And at one of the acid tests, I don't know which one it was. It might have been Watts, actually. It was a very strange experience where all of a sudden I was looking at sound coming out of the speakers. This happened on several occasions. It also happened in the house that we were staying in Watts, where I actually saw sound coming out of the speakers.
I always wanted to have that happen.
What's that called? Synesthesia.
Yeah, synesthesia. Yeah.
Synesthesia.
I've always read about that. I always wanted to hear color.
I've never talked to anyone else who's actually had that experience, but I actually had that experience. And it was funny because I'm looking at this sound, you know, I'm really out there, and all kinds of other things are going on, and I was thinking, you know, that doesn't look the way I thought sound. No. And I thought, but you see, it was very funny because the lady that I was with in those days was quite direct. You know, her name was Melissa. And
quite
she
direct?
Very direct about everything, right? So whenever we would get high, this was long before I met the dad, right? But whenever we get high, and things would start getting really weird, she would insist on dealing with them as though they were real. Not a hallucination, not something that the drug was doing, but this is reality, and forced me to deal with it. So I never got into that space that a lot of people get into, where they say, oh, it's the drug that's doing this. This is a hallucination. This is a non-real effect which is being produced by a chemical which is in my brain. I had to deal with it as though this was the absolute concrete everyday reality. Now, deal with it, right? And that was interesting because that's different. It's different that way. See, you do a whole different. You have a whole different set, right? It's like the difference between sitting in a driving a car in a video game or getting in a car, right? And she wouldn't let me drive the video game car.
She made you deal with it.
Deal with it on the street now. And so when I got to this point in the acid test, when I saw sound coming out of the speakers, I was totally programmed to accept whatever I saw as being real, more real perhaps than my everyday life, which I had come to believe was restricted consciousness, where I actually saw less or felt less and perceived less. And so the telepathy and the almost telekinetic kind of things that go on that you experience when you're on acid, I accepted as real. But they're actually there. And that there are probably people, I thought, that can do this. So the idea of Uri Geller bending the spoon or doing things like that, that never amazed me. That just seemed like, oh, he figured out how to do it without having to have an amplifier in his system. He's got it straight. People who are telekinetic, people who read minds, people who have precognitive visions, oh, well, they've just learned how to do it without having to think. And you read all throughout the Hindu stuff, you read about the fakirs who are capable of doing things, translating stuff, levitating their bodies, and manifesting things in the physical world and stuff like that. And people think, well, it's sleight of hand or it's hokum. I don't think it is. I think it is that through their meditative states, they've managed to kick whatever storehouse of whatever it is in your brain that the acid kicks. Only they've learned to do it without acid, which is probably better, but sometimes it takes a lifetime, and not all of them make it. Out of maybe 10,000 people who follow the yogic practices, maybe 3 or 4 get to the state of becoming that kind of a high master.